Hi everyone, today we're going to be using the Cricut Maker to make a mug. So let's get started. I've got the Design Space app open here and I'm going to click New Project. And as you see, I've got a blank canvas here, and thing with Cricut, they don't like to make it easy on you by giving away free things and things like that. So what we have to do, we have to come over here to this Projects tab and we have to type in free mug. Then we will click on Cricut Only in this drop down. And let's see what we've got. This is what we need. This will give us our template, this mug design setup. And so if I click on this and I click customize, I can click right there and it'll add it to canvas. So this gives us our template. And so as you can see here, my artwork, it kind of shows you this is going to be a side, this is going to be a side, this is going to be a side. So what I've done, I've created a very simple graphic here that we're just going to print. It's going to be everybody's favorite tool, the pen tool. So if I go over here to this tab, this upload, and I click upload image, I've got my image right here. I can just drag this on here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this is a much simpler graphic than I had originally planned, which it just kind of got cut up by Cricut, the machine, because it had some small details and I didn't want to get it eaten up and have it take too long to print. So I'm following this guide here, and I've got, so one side here is going to have the pen tool, and then I'm going to select option and drag and then put my pen tool on the other side. So what I have now, I can remove these guides here. I've got my design. It's simple as that, so when you're designing a mug, think about like what you could put on there. Logos are going to be the simplest, things that are symmetrical, like this pen tool, fold it over and it's the same size. We don't have to worry about mirroring in this case. So, just simplicity is always kind of best when it comes to these things. So now the next thing that I want to do is to select all of these. Now that I have my artwork and my template, my cuts, it's all ready. I'm going to click attach, and now Cricut knows to put this together in one piece. So if I go to make, I've got some settings. I'm going to save this as mug project, whatever you want to save it as. And let's see what we've got. So we're going to want to click on mat, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to put our infusible ink material on the mat. So this is just about ready to be cut. So I click continue. And when I come here, I've got some material options that are bookmarked. We are going to use this infusible ink transfer sheet material, but if we don't see that, if you don't have that bookmarked already, you can just type in infuse, and then it comes up. So then you can select it from there. So now we're going to switch over to the Cricut. I have to put my infusible ink sheet on there, and then we can run it through. So now we have to get our infusible ink sheet ready. So what I'm doing here is just placing it on the Cricut mat with the shiny side down. We're just going to make sure that we don't have a lot of air bubbles in here. That way we can get the best quality image that Cricut will allow us to. So with that on the mat, now I can feed it through the Cricut and we will get this cutting. So with the movie magic we have there, now we have our artwork, and now a process called weeding is where we take our artwork off of the sheet here, and then we will then try to place it on our mug as evenly and best that we can. So I'm actually trimming it down a little bit because it seemed a little bit larger than I wanted it to. So getting this mug set up correctly, I just wanted to have like a flat surface, so I put this tape down, and now you can see I've got my artwork on there. I've centered it the best that I can, and I'm putting these butcher sheets on there. These I'm layering them with two of them on there, and admittedly I'm kind of doing a terrible job taping things. It's like my first day ever trying to tape something apparently, but I tape these down so they stay at least pretty kind of snug against that mug, because now we are going to load it. So Cricut Mug is pretty self-explanatory. We just load the mug, make sure our paper stays over our artwork, and we press it down. And then again, with some movie magic, we've got a mug. So I think this takes about 10-15 minutes. I can't remember. But as you can see, it actually prints it right onto the mug, and it's a pretty nice quality just for something that, you know, it's you can buy it at a craft store. So if you have any questions, let us know.